Hi students, a very good morning for all of you and welcome to your new class 7th standard, and let us clap all of us for coming to 7th standard. Dear student, now you are all 7th class students. So love you all, I'm very happy to see all of you again here. Dear students, because of COVID pandemic situation, we are unable to meet each other face to face, but I am very happy to meet you through these online videos and reach you. So dear students, welcome back to our social class. In 7th standard, the very first lesson is a reading of different kinds of maps. Reading of different kinds of maps. First, let me recall your 6th class knowledge. So in 6th class, we have seen what is a map. And you know what are the different kinds of maps you have. We are going into a deep little information. So dear students, map is a word which is derived from the Latin word mappo, which means a napkin. It was derived from a Latin word mappo, which means a napkin. Map represents about different physical features of the earth. So dear students, in this particular lesson, we are going to see what are different types of maps we have. Very important information. What are the different kinds of maps we have? Here I am writing about the kinds of maps. Dear students, we have physical maps. We have political maps. And we have thematic maps. Thematic maps. Different kinds of maps what we come across here. Physical maps, political maps, and thematical maps. Dear students, physical maps. So what do the physical maps explain? What do the physical maps give information to us? Physical maps give information about different kinds of landforms what you find on the earth. In these physical maps, you come across different kinds of plains, plateaus, mountains, mountain peaks. You come across different types of landforms. All these are shown clearly for us to understand in physical maps. And political maps. Political maps are the maps which show about all different types of capital cities, countries, political divisions, countries' borders, what are the capitals of the countries, capitals of the states. All these, the political divisions you come across in the political maps. And thematical maps you come across, other than these, you can see about the climatic conditions and different other mineral resources you come across, different types of all availability of different types of crops or different types of resources, whatever we come across, we can clearly see in the thematic maps. So these are different types of maps what you come across. As already we said in the 6th class, maps give information to us regarding many aspects. It gives information regarding some mountains, peaks, plains, plateaus. Those maps are called as the physical maps. Maps which give information about the political divisions, the countries, the states, the borders, the capitals. That is called as the political maps. And many other information. A map shows about the distribution of natural resources. A map shows about the distribution about the climatic conditions. A map shows about the distribution about the crops. See, different types of informations are given to us by the maps. So those are the different kinds of the maps we come across, and very important answer, generally, how many kinds of the maps are there? You can write 3 kinds of maps: physical maps, political maps, and thematic maps. So dear students, one important thing what you should understand is that about how the sea level is measured. Now we are going to see about mean sea level. Mean sea level, which is called as MSL, mean sea level. You see, the height of any mountain, the height of any house, or the height of anything will be measured based on the mean sea level. Sir, how do this mean sea level is calculated, sir? See, you know very clearly, on the earth, 70% of the earth is covered with the water, only 30% is covered with the land. So this 70% of the water which we call as ocean, it is one part of the ocean body. We divided that into different oceans. There are no divisions on the ocean. This is Indian Ocean, this is Pacific Ocean, this is Atlantic Ocean. We can't divide on the ocean part, on the land water part. So dear students, you know, if you observe, we are all in the Visakhapatnam. If you go to the beach on a full moon day, you can see the level of the sea rises. The level, if you stand on the seashore and if you just look into the sea, the level of the sea rises like this. And after few days, if you go, the level of the sea comes down. So, which are called as high tides and low tides. In your previous classes, you might have learned, or in the further classes, you will be come across. The rising of the sea level, is called as the tide. And these will be of high tides and the low tides. You can ask your mother or father, on the day of full moon day, the gravitational force or the moon attracts the water and the ocean level will rises like this. And after some days again the ocean level falls. So dear students, the level, when the ocean level rises, it is calculated, and when the ocean level falls, it is calculated. The average, the mean of these two high tides and the low tides, we calculate as the mean sea level. Based on that mean sea level, the height of any peak, height of any mountain is calculated. So it's very clear, all the heights are calculated according to the mean sea level. You know, the water part is equal. As the mountains and peaks are different heights, the ocean bodies will not be of different heights. It is a plain, but sometimes it rises up and it comes down, the high tides and the neap tides, what we come across. So dear students, if you observe very clearly about different types of the maps here, reading of different types of maps, you know, symbols, the symbols are used on the maps. Many symbols are used on the maps. So for example, if you find any symbol like this, that is a mountain symbol. If you find across any symbol like this, that is a river symbol. You can find different symbols on the maps. And in your textbook, number of symbols are given. You can easily understand which symbol shows what sign. Is it clear? So dear students, another important point what we are going to see is about the contour lines. A very important point, contour lines. So what is a contour line? A line which joins different places on the map of equal heights. Equal heights. Contour line is a line which joins the places on the map which has equal heights. That is called as a contour line. So on a map, if you come across any line, a contour line, the height of all these places on these contour lines are same. So the contour lines are very useful for us to know what different heights and contour. One more concept is very important. What are contour lines? Contour lines are the lines which join the places on a map with equal heights. Hope you understand this concept very clearly. Dear students, and generally, sir, what are the uses of drawing the maps, and what are the uses of drawing the maps? If you see maps uses, if you see easily, you can identify a place on the map. On the maps, the maps clearly give a differentiation about the climate conditions, and it gives about the distribution of the forests, it gives about the distribution of the rivers, and it gives about the distribution of the plains or plateaus, whatever it may be. These maps are useful for us in many ways. By seeing the maps, we can identify where is the place, where the place is located. So, dear students, all of you, please take a map and observe different kinds of maps. The topic is that reading of different kinds of maps. You take an atlas. If you don't have an atlas, ask your mother to buy an atlas. In that atlas, you can find different kinds of maps. You just go through the world map and see the world, how many countries are there, and you decide now itself to which country you should fly away, and you keep a target. I should move all the countries. Dear student, if you want to move all the countries, you should read well. My sincere suggestion, education is the only weapon you have in your hands. Concentrate on social studies. Whomsoever you want to become, IAS officer or IPS officer, who want to break up civil services like group 1, group 2, whatever it may be, concentrate on social studies. Go through the newspapers regularly. Go through the news. Go through the current affairs. And the topic what I have said is very clear, reading of different kinds of maps. You take your running notes, take a notebook and answer all the questions what we give as a homework in your WhatsApp. So hope you understood the lesson. Thank you very much, dear students. Love you all. Stay at home. Thank you very much. Have a great day.